This is Painting on Glass, the Marcus Sozel podcast in English language. Listen to the stories and reflections of a singer-songwriter and author. Hold on, take me back. Hold on and take me back. It's like painting on glass. Leave a note on your door. Tell me what you're looking for. It's like painting on glass. This is episode 75 of Painting on Glass. The Induction in the Desert Wind, north of Los Angeles. And I am your host. This is Marcus Sozel. Leave another sign for me to find behind, so I might be able to find you. Show it with a trace of a smile and a love. This might be something to show me. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today, I'd like to answer all the questions that came up according to my travel to the United States in May this year. So let's get started, and it's going to be a surprising and exciting one, I can tell you. Song of old and emerald green, all the wonders I have seen with you. They have been true. I'd like to sing them all my life. I'm gonna sing them all my life. Just as I told you in episode 73 of this podcast, I got an invitation to the U.S. Sunshine State of California for May this year. The induction into the Akademia Hall of Fame in the songwriter genre. Wonderful. I was expected to be there in person, and so I did. I booked my flight and started a remarkable adventure. Song of wonder, song of joy. I can still see that little boy with his mom's guitar. She had an old guitar. I have been singing all night long. I have been listening to your song. You know, wherever we may go in our lives, we all have certain expectations of our own. What to expect from a situation like this, or what to find there for ourselves, and for stories we might tell afterwards. In this case, we're all the same, because we're human. When being inducted into a Hall of Fame, you certainly expect the bright lights, shiny shoes with smokings and elegant dresses. Of course you do. You can't do no other way but this. And so, on that wonderful evening, on the 18th of May, a large group of musicians and artists waited in the lobby of a hotel in Palmdale, north of Los Angeles. Everyone did place great hopes into the coming evening, and so the first coach came. This time it was no limousine, it was a luxury coach that would take us somewhere out, and the first group was about to leave. I had to wait because my ticket belonged to the second coach. We all did cling to a strict schedule that night. It all looked well managed, and so we patiently waited for coach number 2 to come. But it didn't. But instead, all of a sudden, there was eager expectation in the lobby. It came with the wink of an eye and began to change and dominate the relaxed mood everybody was in. There were pictures taken from a place in the desert. It seemed quite remote, somewhere out under the open skies of a desolate plain. People started to get each other going, and it grew into some sort of turmoil half an hour later. That is how this evening started. Days may go and days may come. Up above, shining sun gives shelter to all we gonna do. And in this light you gotta feel. So the first coach returned, and there was excitement again. People told us not to go out there. They did not even leave the bus when they had arrived an hour before. We already had been out of schedule, and we were almost 2 hours late according to what was said before. But you know, when you're traveling half around the world to join such an evening, you want to see with your own eyes. And there were lovely people, same as me, laughing, singing, and cheering for the bus to leave. The one or two of the former travelers tried to make a stay at the hotel. But we finally started, and the adventure, along with a fabulous evening, began. It's worth the price when you do believe in yourself or in a song. Ooh, ooh. Well, I have never had too much experience with a real desert in my life. I was in the desert of Arizona way back in 2004, and I sensed the winds of a great desert in Morocco, in the north of Africa, in 2010. But when we got out there that night, it really struck me. The first thing you feel is the wind, and then you sense the absence of too much sound. It all sounds mellow and dull, and up above, a crystal blue sky covers it all with its vastness that doesn't seem to have an end anywhere. Holy moly. Isn't that something? I mean, that impression would have struck you too. What do you think? Song of old and emerald green, all the wonders I have seen with you. They have been true. Like to sing them all my life. And sure, it felt a bit strange with our shiny shoes and evening dresses in the desert sands at first sight. But I can tell you, it became a wonderful evening of cheering, of dancing, of laughing, and singing along. A little improvised because of the turmoil before, but wonderful at last. There are nights you won't forget and you keep for your whole life to come. I guess this evening was of this kind, and I'm grateful that I was eager, that I wanted to see with my own eyes and not put trust into somebody else's pictures of something that he or she did not understand when arriving there. And when it turned dark, we all had the real bright lights of the stars in the endless skyway up above. That'll remain, along with being a member of the Akademia Hall of Fame now. I'm gonna sing them all my life. The song you heard is a song of old, and it's from my new album, Going Back, that will be released soon. And right now, at the end of this episode, let me remind you to subscribe in case you've enjoyed being with me today. And if you did, to spread the word about this podcast. And please leave a rating or review because it'll help others to find this show. Thank you from all of my heart. Let the sun shine on through. It's all you need to do when painting on glass. Lay down what you hope to find, all the things you left behind. That's painting on glass. We'll meet here in a few episodes to come, if you want to. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.